Yodong and Loess Plateau. This is the Loess Plateau in northern China and the valley of the Yellow River. The traditional cave houses are commonly distributed on the Loess Plateau in northern China. The Chinese people generally choose a hillside to carve out of a central sunken courtyard. So please go with me and let me show you the Yodong in northern China. How do people feel living in the Yodong? The earth surrounds around the indoor rooms like an effective insulator, so people feel warm in cold winter and cool in hot summer. So that's why it was generally comfortable in the old days. The history of Yodongs goes back thousands of years ago, and they continue to be alive at present. In 2006, we estimated 40 million Chinese still living in Yodongs. Our researchers find these traditional dwellings is environmental friendly and sustainable. And most Yodongs are distributed along the sides of the cliffs and valleys in order to avoid the wind and utilize the sunlight and water. There are three types of Yodongs in China. Cliffside Yodongs are the firstly common among the three types. People dig caves in the cliff on the edge of the lowest slopes. The floor is usually rectangular and the top is arched shape. There is open space for lighting and ventilation in front of the cave, so that the users do not feel the space to be depressive. And this type of Yodong were underground dwellings that can date back to 2,000 years ago, and that is Chinese Bronze Age, according to Chinese tradition, the Xia dynasty. The second type Yodong is called sunken Yodong, and Chinese people use the sunken courtyard because the weather kept dry all the year round in the Loess Plateau. Hoop Yodong, in Chinese we call it Gu Yao, is the third type Yodong, and we also call it independent Yodong. It is a valuable type because people came to use construction techniques to build the hoop Yodong. The hoop Yodongs appear in the places where the condition is not suitable for cave dwellings. For example, the lowest layer is thin, the slopes are gentle, and the soil cliff's height is not sufficient, or the bedrock is exposed. So that's why people build a hoop Yodong wholly or partially outdoors, with an arched structure window. More importantly, the high arch of the cave plus high windows allow the sunlight to penetrate inside the cave, especially in winter. Here is the cave city in Yan'an, Sanshi province, which was the Mao's headquarters during 1940s. Yan'an Yodongs became famous when the Communist Army set up headquarters there and lived there for over 13 years. The American journalist Edgar Snow visited Mao and his party in Yan'an and wrote a book titled Red Star over China.